Hey everyone, welcome back to this Python series. In this video, I'm going to discuss about the functions and the methods. You know what are functions? So functions are nothing but they are like a standalone tools in a Python that can perform a specific task. Usually they take an inputs, process them, and going to return an output. And one more important thing about a function is, they work independently and not tied to any particular object or a class. So what do you mean by that? So functions are a standalone tools in a Python. Standalone in the sense they are like independent, which are not dependent on any specific object. So when I say object, it can be list, tuple, set, dictionary, string. So it's not associated with any object. It can be used for a general purpose. The best example of a function is we have an inbuilt functions, right? So let's say type. So when I say type, we all know that type is a function which is used to find data type of an object. Let's say, for example, you have an integer 3, and if you want to find type of this particular object, yes, you can apply a type. It just gives you that, what is the type of that particular object. Let's say I'll take a string. Irrespective of your object, like whatsoever object you're gonna take, it's going to return some answer for you. It's taking input and returning output for you. So we call that as a standalone or working independently, which is not associated with any specific object. Look here. If I say print type of name, it's going to give me like a string. It is doing its task but not dependent on any object. We call such things as a functions. We have like so many functions like a print statement, sum, maximum, type, etc. We have so many inbuilt functions. Okay, so now next important thing is like a method. What is a method? Method is a function that is always associated with specific object and defines what that object can do. So it basically operates on a data contained within an object and it's called using dot notation. So object in the sense, we know list, tuple, set, dictionary or a string. And this method is always associated with any specific object. When I say string, string has certain methods. It works only with a string. When I say with list, list has certain methods which works only with a list. For example, let's say I have a text, okay, a is equal to Python. So clearly Python is a string. I just want to convert this into uppercase, convert to uppercase. So I cannot use a function here. I have to call my object first, which is a dot upper. So here upper is a method which has called using, dot, and it is always associated with an object. Here object is basically the string. See, this is how upper method is going to work. Similarly, let's say for example, you have one more case. Let me show you one more thing. That is, I just say like, Python is easy. Okay, let's say I just want to split this text into a list of words. So I'll just call a b dot, I'll just say like a split, and I'll give a delimiter. Area of delimiter is like empty space, right? Like wherever you have a space, it has to break down. Look. So split is a method here which is associated with an object string. Okay, it works only with specific object. It cannot be used independently. It always requires something in a support in order to apply this particular method. But function is not like that. It's just a standalone which works independently on everything. It has a task, general purpose. Usually we use a functions. Methods are always associated with a specific task. In general analogy, you can understand a function is like a universal tool. Let's see, like a screwdriver. You can use it for anything. But method is like a built-in tool that comes with specific object, like a specific feature on a phone. Example, like if you want to take a selfie, you have certain option. If you want to turn on a flashlight, you have certain option, right? So taking selfie, turning on flashlight is associated only with the phones, not with other objects. So this is all about functions and methods. In our next videos, let's explore in detail related to what are the different functions and methods associated with different objects. Hope it's clear. Happy learning.